We'd like to invite you to watch English Chinese news on the central television channel Dongnai Province. President Donald Trump has just announced a reduction in new tariffs on imports from most of the United States trading partners to 10% for 90 days. However, Deputy Prime Minister Ho Đức-Phước suggested that the two countries should not negotiate a bilateral trade agreement.
The proposal was made by Deputy Prime Minister Ho Đức-Phước during his visit to the United States as Special Envoy of General Secretary Tô Lâm to discuss bilateral economic and trade issues. Deputy Prime Minister Ho Đức-Phước met with U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, emphasizing that in recent times, Vietnam has proactively implemented many measures to contribute to resolving the trade deficit between the two sides, responding to the concerns of the U.S. side. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer affirmed that the U.S. attaches great importance to the bilateral relationship with Vietnam, wishes to closely coordinate to resolve the trade deficit, and move towards increasingly deeper relations in all fields.
Economists said that while high tariffs may cause Vietnam short-term difficulties, maintaining connection to the U.S. market is still important.
The United States is a global center of technology and finance, two factors that Vietnam cannot ignore. That is why maintaining connections with the U.S. market is not only for export, but also an opportunity to access capital, technology, and attract high value chains. Therefore, it is necessary to take advantage of this time to restructure the market, increase product value, and strengthen internal strength to overcome tariff barriers and position more firmly in the global value chain.
In the context of global trade fluctuations due to new U.S. reciprocal tax policy, the Asian Development Bank ADB believes that Vietnam's economy this year still maintains stable growth prospects.
To strengthen internal strength, the government has directed the implementation of many solutions to support businesses. In particular, the State Bank has built and implemented a preferential credit package of about 500 trillion Vietnam dong for science and technology, innovation and strategic infrastructure. This is considered a driving force for growth in the coming term. In the long term, the government has carried out extensive and effective institutional reforms to bring about sustainable economic growth in the coming term. According to economic experts, the important issue is to diversify the market and increase added value in the global supply chain.
Facing with the U.S. imposing reciprocal tariffs on Vietnamese goods, ceramic enterprises in the Tân Hạnh Ceramic Industrial Cluster, Binh Hoa City, Đồng Nai Province have proposed adaptive measures.
After U.S. President Donald Trump announced a new reciprocal tax rate for Vietnam of 46%, most ceramic enterprises in Tân Hạnh Ceramic Industrial Cluster, Binh Hoa City, were worried and anxious because they mainly exported to the U.S. market. Enterprises are the most affected because customers only buy when they get a good price. This situation is a loss. I hope the government will consider a solution. At Taiwan Ceramics Company Limited, this enterprise had to temporarily stop importing goods from 3 units and temporarily stop 10 ceramic containers to wait for adjustments and changes in tax policies in the United States. Firstly, we have to come up with a strategy to reduce production costs without reducing product quality. Secondly, we have to make many new designs that are highly competitive compared to other markets. Thirdly, we try to find new markets such as Europe, South Korea, Japan, ASEAN countries, and expand domestic sales. In recent times, in order to stand firm in the foreign market, ceramic enterprises in Binhua City, Đồng Nai province have made constant efforts to adapt, create more designs, and improve quality. However, taxes are still a burden for enterprises. Therefore, to balance revenues, expenses, and profits, enterprises have calculated that they must cut other investments to compensate for the new taxes.
Chairman of Đồng Nai Provincial People's Committee Võ Tấn Đức has just signed an issue plan number 131 on implementing the Mada Bridge project and traffic routes connecting Đồng Nai and Bình Phước provinces, in order to facilitate traffic connection, contributing to promoting socio-economic development of the two localities.
Đồng Nai also set specific goals such as completing the procedures to qualify for starting construction of Mada Bridge in June 2025 from Đồng Nai province budget, inaugurating and putting the project into use in December 2025, starting construction of the connecting road from Mada Bridge to Ring Road 4, Ho Chi Minh City in June 2026, putting it into operation in 2028, and researching additional traffic routes connecting Đồng Nai province and Bình Phước province.